Hello, hello, you beautiful souls. Welcome back to my channel. My name is Michelle. We talk all things life, love, spirituality, law of attraction, and all of that juicy goodness. We are sitting down to do our Sunday night reading. It is around noon on Sunday. I am ready to go to the pool. I got my suit on and my cover up, so don't mind me, but I wanted to sit down and record this before my day got away from me, and I wanted you guys to have a reading for the upcoming week, which is, I believe, the 5th. Yes, the 5th through the 12th. So let's see what the energy is. Let's see what we need to work on in our own personal lives. We'll get those messages from the universe, what we need to get rid of. So what we need to work on, what we need to get rid of, and if there's any kind of other just loving message that we need. So we're going to ask for those 3 things: what we need to work on, what we need to get rid of, and any kind of extra love. So let's open sacred space. The extended of this reading will be on Patreon. So if you haven't yet joined, go ahead over there. The link is in the description box. On Patreon, probably like 3 to 4 days a week, I'm posting on there. I'll post me reading certain excerpts from books. Archangel Michael, Archangel Metatron, please open sacred space. Please allow the messages to come through that my viewers need and I need. Keep everything in the whitest, highest light. Remove any icky energy that is not mine. So yeah, I post about 3 to 4 days a week on Patreon. It's a much more intimate setting. I am in the middle of doing like a little manifesting course. So I posted lesson 1 last week. It was all about the mind and how the mind gets in the way of manifesting. So stay tuned. If you've joined, stay tuned because lesson 2 is coming on Thursday. I'm super pumped to share that one. It's a really good secret to manifesting. But let's start this reading off. We're going to do about 10 to 15 minutes on here, and then the extended will be over on Patreon. You know what? I brought my book. So let's get an excerpt from my favorite book, Heart Thoughts by Louise Hay. I feel like my chest is heavy right now. So if anybody is dealing with any tightness in their body, shake it out, release it, deep breath. A lot of my clients are making big decisions this week, relationship decisions. And when I stumble on my words, that's usually an indicator that, yeah, this is true. So there's divorce happening this week for a lot of my clients. There's people selling businesses. There's people taking leaps of faith, starting a new company. So there's so much action going on. So these messages I know are really important for my viewers right now. So I really want to make sure we set a good intention. And if any of you are feeling like you're in a squeeze spot where you need to make a decision, stay tuned. These messages will warm your heart and bring you some comfort as you move forward doing that. And just a little bit about your intuition. When you're feeling like you're not sure what to do, I was guiding my one client. He's about to make a big business decision, like a huge company. And it's his baby. It's what he's worked for his whole life. And I always tell my clients, after the decision is made, 6 months from now, ask yourself, do I feel good? Do I feel lit up? How does my central nervous system feel? Does my body feel calm? Do I finally feel like I can rest? Do I feel excited? Do I feel alive? So you have to tune into your body before you make a big decision. And that's the same thing for breakups, divorce. If you've been feeling tense for the last few years and the idea of being away from a certain person for a longer period of time, or maybe going and being with somebody else, if that makes your body feel a certain way, your body is what houses your soul. Your mind has nothing to do with it. It is your body. Your body is your beacon. Your body will tell you if you're in a space that's not right. Your body will tell you if you're around somebody that's not right for you. So when you're making big decisions, we always check in with this. This is where we live. We live in our body. We do not live in our mind. Our mind will jump in and find every excuse to keep you where you are, which is suffering in here. Okay, so I feel like that was a really good message that just came through me. I wasn't planning on saying that. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Let's see if that has to do with this message that we get today. You can't even make this shit up, you guys. I release the past with ease and trust the process of life. Are you kidding me? Wow. It says anger is a normal and natural process. Usually you get angry about the same things over and over again. When you are angry, you feel you don't have the right to express it, so you swallow it down. Swallowed anger tends to lodge in your favored part of the body and manifests itself through disease. For years and years, you keep packing your anger into the same place. So in order to heal, let your true feelings out. If you cannot express them to the person directly involved, go to the mirror and talk to that person. Tell them everything. I'm pissed at you. I'm frightened. I'm upset. You hurt me. Just go on and on until all the anger is released. Then take a deep breath, look in the mirror and ask, what is the pattern that created this? What can I do to make change? If you can change the belief system inside that is creating this behavior, then you will not need to do it anymore. So powerful. So whatever career, job, person that is frustrating you and leaving you filled with anger and resentment and frustration, you're being called this week to speak your truth, to finally let it out and say, and even maybe it's just to yourself and say, I don't want to feel this anger anymore. I don't want to continue this pattern of repeating the same thing over and over and over again. And if you're somebody that's repeating patterns and you know what you want to happen in your life, but you don't know how to stop yourself from sabotaging yourself and from constantly repeating the pattern, come to me for a session. I will be able to wake up that little animal inside of you and make you ready to roar and to speak your truth and to break free from those patterns. Because patterns are just patterns. It's a program that is playing in your mind, and all we have to do is hit stop. That's all. And it just takes a certain awareness and a certain coach or guide to help you see your pattern. Because sometimes you don't see it and you're like, why does this keep happening to me? Why do I keep attracting the same people and the same jobs and the same person that is just so rude to me and doesn't appreciate me? And you have all this chaos. Maybe the chaos is there's loud noise around you all the time and you're always being triggered. That's because the universe is trying to scream at you and make you very, very uncomfortable until you wake up to this message that you're creating the pattern. What needs to change is you, not the external world. When you change your inner world, then the external world changes because you've changed your pattern. So now the universe has no choice but to bring you something different, which is a big decision this week. You get to choose whether you want to stop the pattern or whether you want to continue on the hamster wheel and just keep creating more chaos and disappointment and frustration. Okay. And use the people that are around you that can support you through this decision. You cannot do it by yourself. You have to have support. And I had a couple of clients they've been in marriages that are just kind of like, they're like roommates at this point, and they don't have the same parenting styles. They're almost not attracted to each other anymore. Well, the one partner is not attracted to the other, and they're just like, roommates, raising their kids together. They love their kids, so they don't want to break up because they don't want to hurt the kids. But the one person is realizing, I need to do this. I know that there's better out there. I know that this is not what love is. This is like partnership, but it's not love. And I don't want to teach my kids that it's okay to settle and to not live your highest truth. And when your body's screaming at you that you need to leave, you want to teach your kids how to tune into their bodies because you're doing it yourself and you're choosing to walk away from something that's just here and mediocre so you can have the greatest experience. You came to earth to experience this. So what I was telling these people to watch out that they're going to get beautiful souls that will walk into their life, whether it's a friend from the past, a cousin, an aunt and uncle, somebody else who's already been through like a turmoil of a breakup and they've managed it and they were successful. Somebody like that, you're going to run into them in the store, or they're going to like jump into your phone saying, hey, I haven't thought about you in a while. How are you? That's the universe sending you a life raft. They're sending you somebody who can support you as you move through this divorce or breakup. Okay, so be mindful of that and pay attention to your body. The book talked about anger and frustration. When you are living in your truth, you're very, very rarely angry. It's very, very hard to find something to be angry about because you're just so grateful for where you are. And if you are being triggered, that just means something is surfacing and you have to ask yourself, this person is triggering me. It's not their fault. What inside of me needs to be healed? Okay, awesome, awesome start. Let's get a message for what we need to work on this week. What we need to work on. Did one flip? No. We'll get 3 cards. What we need to work on. Thank you. And then what we need to, ooh, pentacles, money, giving and actually it's not really money, but just giving and receiving, learning how to receive love, learning how to give love, learning how to give money to receive more money. That's what we need to work on. Now let's ask, what do we need to let go of? Thank you. 7 of Wands, negativity. She is in her positivity bubble. She is not letting anybody affect her. So we are letting go of other people that are energy vampires, people that take from us. In one of my manifesting videos, I talked about how it is so beautiful when we can find people who are so whole on their own and they don't need anything from you when they're hanging out with you because they love themselves. They know how to provide for themselves. They have their own self-care routine. They are aware of their patterns and their thoughts, and they're always checking themselves. And they're just sitting next to you and you're just enjoying the sunshine, enjoying the breeze. They're not looking to get anything from you. They're not looking to unload all of their problems to you, to take from you. They're not taking your energy. And you'll know this because you'll feel good after you leave this person. They always leave you feeling energized, like you took a drug. So I try to be that way in my life. I try to, every person I'm with, I ask myself, what can I give this person before I leave? Or I just am there and I'm just existing and saying, all right, universe, let's see what happens in this conversation. So when you're in this energy of not letting anyone rock you and like poke your bubble, you're not letting any negativity into your bubble, you're somebody that everybody wants to be around because they feel okay with you. They feel safe. They feel like you're not draining them. Because there's all these other humans out there who haven't done their healing. They're on a program. They're complaining about the smallest things. You know, those people, every time you talk to them, they're just bringing up conversation just to bring it up, but it's like they don't know how to have silence. So they bring up something to complain about, or they're talking about somebody else and comparing and judging, where, you know, a lot of times we need to stay away from that, because if that's what they're talking about, then that's what they're thinking about. So be mindful of that too. Whoever you're hanging out with, whatever is coming out of their mouth is usually just what they're replaying in their mind over and over and over again. Or what's coming out of their mouth is just something to impress you and it's not really honest and genuine. So being around people that don't want to take anything from you, they just want to be there and listen. Those are the most enjoyable people. So be that for yourself and then be that for others. So what we need to work on, practice giving. One of the universal laws in the law of attraction is what you put out is what you get back. So give a nickel, get a nickel. Give a quarter, get a quarter. So give love, receive love. Give a compliment, receive a compliment. It's this huge circle, right? What we put out, we get back. So remember that. Don't be grippy with your money. Don't be grippy with your love. Give it freely. If you're not complimenting other people and if you're not sharing your thoughts with them, then don't expect somebody to open up to you. It's a two-way street. All right. And then what's the extra love that we're going to get this week? What extra message? Wow, justice, the balancing of scales. Things are finally getting balanced. Everything that you've been giving, it's time for you to receive. It's time for you to sit back. You've done all the work. Open your arms and receive your manifestations. Justice is here. This could also be like divorce, contracts, decisions, very much so like cool legal matters finally coming to an end. And you're like, oh, I can get rid of that icky energy. I am free. All right, let's do 2 more cards. Now that we know the themes, actually we'll do a prayer card for each of these, and then we'll head over to the extended and dive deeper into this week and see what we really need to practice giving and taking, how we need to protect our energy, and what true justice is really coming in for us. All right, prayer card. Oh, I just heard cut the deck for each one. All right, for what we need to work on, Striving. It says, eventually the individual's ego's drive to make things happen falls away, replaced with a relaxed, trusting openness to the answers as they arise. Thank you, Divine, for letting me move with the flow. I love this. So when you're trying to give and receive, or if you're waiting to receive a manifestation, this is saying, stop striving. It's coming no matter what. It's just a flow. Can you see the figure 8 in the background, the white? It's this beautiful infinity flow. When you give, you get. When you give, you get. So if you've been giving in your world and you've been such a good person and your thoughts are wonderful, you're not comparing, you're not judging, now it's time to receive, and you don't have to strive. It literally says, eventually the individual ego's drive to make things happen falls away. So all of that energy, the striving, the efforting, it's all going to fall away. Okay, so what we need to release. Wow, we need to start loving ourselves. The self-hate, the destruction. We got self-love. I love this card too. Isn't it so beautiful? Show me how to love myself. Show me how to take care of the inner child. Show me how to be kind within. When you step into self-forgiveness, so much can change on the outside. So same thing, changing that inner world and your external world will change. When you forgive all humans for all the crazy shit that they do, because we can't control them, right? We only can control us. We can control the lens from which we view life. If we are viewing somebody and we're seeing nastiness and anger and frustration, we can sit there and be like, I always say, shut the sliding glass door. You can still see them. You can somewhat still hear them, but their energy is not penetrating your energetic field. And you can see them and just be like, oh, I'm so glad I am who I am and I am not that way. And I actually feel really sorry for them that they're living in their mind. Remember I said, whatever people are saying out loud, that's what they're thinking about all day long. So we just have to have compassion to think like, wow, that's their existence. They're choosing to spend their precious time on earth in anger, and you're not. You are choosing to forgive all humans because you love yourself enough and you love your personal experience here on earth so much that every single minute of every day, you are finding gratitude and you are being so thankful you are who you are. You're seeing everything in a different light. You're protecting your energy. Awesome message. All right, last one, and then we're going to head over to the extended. Justice. Wow, trust. So if something hasn't gone a way that you wanted it to go, or if you're about to make a big decision, trust the process. It says, when love is invited to take over, the right actions arise at the right time. Allow me, dear divine, to wait patiently until the timing is right. Let me rest in the unknown until a clear path is shown. Everything is working out for you. If you don't know the answer yet, you don't take action and you wait and you trust that you'll wake up one day with this knowing that, yes, I'm going to check in with my body and this feels so good. So I'm going to make this decision today. All right, lovies, thank you so much for watching. Like, comment, subscribe, hit that bell. And for those of you on Patreon, I will see you over there. All right, peace out.